Good to see you. Good to be with you today. Just a couple of announcements. One, Sounds Like Harmony is going to be this Friday. The high school vocal department is going to be here, so we hope that you have an opportunity to come to listen to some music. And then on Monday, it's time to gather and decorate for Advent and Christmas. So we're going to do that Monday at 4 o'clock, I believe. And what does that mean? Well, that means this Sunday is the last Sunday of the Christian year. This Sunday is what we call Christ the King Sunday, or some call it the Reign of Christ Sunday. It's a culmination and an ending to this Christian year, and Advent then is our beginning for a Christian year. And so this past year, we have been in lectionary year C, and lectionary year C is primarily about Luke. You might remember we've done a lot of these meditations on the Gospel of Luke, and today is one of those. And Luke is a very interpersonal gospel. In Luke, we find all of these numerous interactions of Jesus with real people in very real circumstances in very real ways. And it's no different when we come to the end here. In Luke this week, we'll be in the 23rd chapter. We're at the crucifixion scene in Luke. Luke's crucifixion scene is not as elaborate as some of the other Gospels, but he still paints us a picture. In Luke, we continue with this interpersonal, or this interaction of Jesus with real people in real spaces. The crucifixion is not about killing somebody. The crucifixion is about denying or nullifying their personhood. It is dehumanization. And it's accomplished by all kinds of different ways. It's by that display of the body for people to scoff and mock, for the humiliation, the casting lots of clothes, right? That means that there is more value to the clothes than the person themselves. So the meaning for a crucifixion is to take the personhood out of a person. And in some ways, not a lot of that has changed, right? We live in a world that tries to remove some personhood, right? We put people in boxes and categories so we don't have to deal with them directly. We put a number on them and they cease to be a person. But Luke reminds us, it's all about the personhood. And in Luke, Jesus is crucified along with two criminals, one on his right and one on his left. One mocks Jesus, the other one asks for forgiveness. And in that moment, Jesus personalizes a very impersonalized moment. Even in that moment, Jesus sees a human. And Jesus is still accomplishing God's will for justice and peace and reconciliation. Even in that moment, you matter. That's what Luke is trying to tell us. That there is no obstacle in which God's salvation can't find us. That no matter what your circumstances is, no matter how chaotic your world is, no matter how overwhelming life is, God calls you by name. That God invites. And God forgives. That's Christ the King Sunday. It's a personalization of all that God brings to this creation. That you indeed matter. That you indeed are forgiven. That you indeed are loved. no matter where you find yourself. Well, I hope to see you soon, and I hope you'll join us for decorating the church on Monday.